Welcome back. I'm Brian Kaiser, the face of Growth Coaching Systems Network, where we help people live a better life and run a better business. And as promised, I'm bringing on a new featured guest, Robin Dahms. And this webinar is going to be a little bit different than the other three keys in the series that I've done before. The purpose of the last 4 or 5 webinars has been to help business people, and specifically in hiring a coach. What do you need to know? What are the things that it takes to hire and get the right coach that can actually deliver the results that you want and you deserve and that you're needing, and really is the purpose why you're hiring them in the first place? Today we're gonna slide over a little bit, and we're gonna talk about the 3 keys for helping you make a change in your life. Part of that is the same methodologies and same psychologies we use for hiring a coach, but we're going to go through those processes for a different reason with a different end result in mind. And we're going to stick to the same format. There's a discovery piece, and you need to be honest with yourself and find out who you really are, be comfortable with who you really are, and then know, at least have an idea of who you would like to be. And you start researching in your sphere of influence people that you know and people that you already have, that already have the life that you're wanting to obtain, and start looking to see if those are people that you can connect with and build a better relationship with and keep in your life. And at the same time, you have to, and I'm sorry to say, you have to look at maybe some of the people that are in your immediate sphere aren't people that you necessarily need to be so close with and so tied with, and you have to kind of let some of those relationships, they don't let them go, but you kind of back off from them being as close and important to you. So I'm bringing on a very special guest who has a very, very, very big heart and a series of events that I'm going to let her explain to you. But before we get into that, I'm going to introduce you to Robin Dahms, and I'm going to ask Robin to do the same thing we've done in each of the series. Who is Robin Dahms? Not the event coordinator, not the businesswoman, but who is Robin Dahms?
Hey, Brian, I'm super excited to be here with you today. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to invite us to come talk about who we are and what we're doing, because we're super excited about all of the things we have upcoming to help other people change their lives. And so when you ask me who is Robin Dahms, I want to tell you that I have an absolute huge heart for helping other people achieve the successes that they need in life, whether that is spiritually, financially, character-wise. I love to help other people build their businesses. And I love to help other people build who they are, what they are, live in their passion and their purpose, and then teach them how to grow from that passion and that purpose to making profits and making a living out of doing what you were designed, what God designed you for, and what you were designed to do.
Very nice. Now, the events that we're talking about are something that you were compelled to do as you were going through not a rough time, but maybe a time of uncertainty and a little bit of confusion, a little bit of overwhelmed. And as you were coming through that, you were breaking through, and you had met some coaches and you had done certain things with them. Tell us a little bit about the Compassion series and how that came to be.
Okay, so the Compassion series is what I call my God-given divine design. In other words, He gave me this. I feel absolutely compelled that I'm supposed to do it. And the whole basis on my Compassion series is because I found out that a lot of my friends, say age 35 to maybe 55, were going through, for lack of better words, a midlife crisis. What on earth am I here for? What is this big rat race that I'm running? Why is this hamster wheel getting faster and faster and faster and it's going nowhere? And what is life all about for me? And they really have gotten to a point where they are desperate. I mean, they're looking for, why are they here? What were they created for? There's got to be something more. They've lost inspiration, they've lost motivation, they've lost transformation, and they have conformed to what the world has wanted them to conform to. And in this conformation, we get to about age, again, 35, 40 years old, and we say, who am I? What am I all about? There's got to be something more than just all of this day in and day out. Go, 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 go makes me tired and weary. And what am I designed for? And I found that a lot of these people really are missing the core value of character. I mean, what are they doing? What do they need to do? And they're not happy. They're so in this hole of desperation, and they're in this hole of not knowing who they are, and they can't find happiness. Everywhere they turn, they can't find happiness. They can't find fulfillment. They can't find joy. And so as I became a prayer warrior for these people and really learned who they were and what they were missing in their life and began praying for them, it was like the darkened room became light. It's like they started to become, they made a choice that they wanted to walk past that room of darkness. They wanted to come into the room of light. And they knew if they had somebody that could come beside them and do this with them, they didn't have to be alone in this journey, and they had somebody that believed in them and that would show them the way, that they didn't have to do it alone. They went from hopelessness to hopeful. And I've been in a place in my life where I was at complete hopelessness. And seemingly it looked like I had everything, right? Great husband, 2 awesome kids, and my health was good, all of those things that make us who we are. But I was still dying inside, and I couldn't get out of that hole. And it was the day that one of my Christian girlfriends came up to me and said, "You know what, girl, what you really need is you just need some hope." And I burst out into tears for 2.5 hours. I said, "Yeah, but I don't know how to get hope. I don't get it. I cannot do this, even with my God. I cannot do this." And she said, "You don't have to." She said, "Let me carry this burden for you." And that was the moment that I physically felt like I could release all of that stuff and give it to my girlfriend. And she carried that burden for me. And I literally felt myself, my shoulders became lighter. I now had a deep breath of hope that someone else was going to carry that burden for me, and that I could move forward and put one step in front of the other. And it was at that moment that I thought, you know what? I can be that for other people. And God has given me that spiritual background. He's given me that strength and that spiritual gift, and I am empowered. If people lay their burdens upon me, I am empowered to take that on and help them move through this. And so what the Compassion Series is designed for is really to help people learn what their passion is in life. Let's delve really deep into that. Sometimes it's painful, it's weary, I'll be honest with you. I've been through it. It's weary, it's a weepy day, it's weepy 3 days, 5 days, 5 months, whatever it is. But once you put your mind to it, let's find out what that passion is. Let's find out what your God-given purpose is, what you're good at, what your strengths are. We're not going to talk about your weaknesses. We're going to talk about your strengths. And then we're going to find out how we can make a living in those passions and those purposes.
And it's interesting that you say that, because before we got on the webinar, we were discussing a few things about the Compassion Series. And as many people that will view this may or may not know, Growth Coaching Systems Network and its affiliates here in the office are sponsors of this series of events, and looking forward to helping many people discover themselves and discover the joy and pleasure, I guess you would say, in serving and helping others. So you have named this first event Passion, Purpose to Profits. And I'd like to touch on that just for a minute, because then we have kind of an overview of what the Compassion Series overall is for. And now you have the first event that you've actually postponed, and the big announcement today is that you renamed it and you refocused it, and it actually is going to be reset at a better date for the people that really need help, so that more people can attend. And I think if you can just touch on, for just a few minutes, the passion, purpose to profit part, and allow people to understand that profit is defined by the beholder. Profit to me may mean something totally different than profit to you, and I think that would be good just to touch on for the audience, so that they will understand that, when you talk about profits and you talk about getting results and even making money or moving forward in life, that definition is going to be found, and it's going to be different for everyone that comes to the event.
Yeah, that's correct. So I have to put a little plug in here and say that I've been through several coaches in the past 3 years, and the reason I love Growth Coach Network Systems is because they are the only coach that I've found that really helped me define my passion, define my purpose, and then showed me how to make a living working within that passion and that purpose. So I've been there, done that. I don't want my people to have to go through that. So that's why I'm so excited about this network of people. I do believe God has totally brought this together. That there are vetted people out there together, that we're all working together for the good of the people that need this breakthrough and this transformation. And so I'm very excited about that. And right, so when we're talking about profits, that's not always necessarily monetarily. I think if you sit and talk with somebody, you're going to find that maybe a single mother or single father does need finances. They're looking for that. But, you know, at the same time, they're also looking for more time with their children. Maybe they don't need all the money. Maybe they need time with their kids. Maybe they need an extra hour of the day to spend with their spouse. Maybe that to them is what they need. Maybe they need happiness. Maybe they need joy. Maybe they're looking for a reason to get up each and every day, to put one foot in front of the other in this weary, dreary world, so that they can change other people's lives. Because we weren't created for us. We were created to be in community with other people. And to live in community with other people means you have to come together with other people, you have to learn to get along with other people, and you have to share in their dreams and help them achieve their dreams. And so we want to come alongside you, and we want to define what those dreams are for you, what those look like, and let's put them on a piece of paper, a whiteboard, whatever we want to do with it, and let's put a visual, and let's work towards those dreams. Because and that was a hard lesson I had to learn too. And somebody had once told me, it doesn't, you know, everybody's profits doesn't mean money. It could mean more time. It could mean more vacation time. It could mean more beach time, whatever it is. But we want to give you back your calendar. We want to give you back your hope and your thought process so that you can become who you were designed to be. You don't have to conform anymore to where all the expectations that people have put on you for the past 40 years. We want to move you past that, find out what you want to be, how you want to be, and let's live in those strengths.
Now, for the series, you've invited a number of speakers to come and share their story and give their message and help people in several different niches and several different experiences that these people have had. Touch on a little bit about what are the commonalities that these speakers all have. What is their quote-unquote hero's journey, if you will, and what, you know, you put certain people in the room for to deliver this message. What was that criteria? What did that look like for you putting that together?
Okay, so when we vetted our speakers and we looked at who we were going to put in the room, prayerfully again, all of this is considered in prayer, we looked at people that have stories that what I call are zero to hero stories. They have gone through breakdown to breakthrough. And what this looks like, Brian, is this looks like people that have gone from tragedy, crisis, hopelessness into purpose, passion, and moving forward to help other people. This is a transformation series. We want you to leave feeling completely transformed and not alone. You will do it with a community of people that will now love you. And our speakers have gone through these steps to come into that room of light. They've gone through the hardships, the loss of a child, abuse, domestic abuse. They've gone through all the things that are some of the worst things you can ever think of that would be hell on earth, and they've become overcomers. They've overcome their circumstances, and they're using those steps to help others get through those steps as well. And I want to add something else. The Compassion Series title, although God told me He didn't care what I called it, I was just called to do it. The Compassion Series means without judgment. So if you actually go look up the definition of compassion, it means without judgment. And so we're not looking for perfect people. We're not looking for people that that have everything together. We're looking for the people that are broken. We're looking for the people that may feel that they don't have anybody that they can turn to that will not judge them. And we're looking for people that are looking for transformation in their lives. We're looking for people that need some inspirations, people to come alongside them and inspire them to be the very best that they can be.
And that's a good point, because in our society, everything is, and we discussed this off air, but everything in our society has been drawn to be all about us. Instant gratification of the things that we want in life is kind of just how it is right now. If you want it, you should have it, and you should be able to get it right now. And the thought of doing something for others because there might be joy or happiness found in just serving them with no expectations is something that as a society, we've gotten away from. In fact, in some ways, it's even shunned, or you can be in trouble with the law for helping others in situations where, 40, 50 years ago, that was just a normal thing. You just did that for your brother or your sister because that's what they needed, and if they needed a place to stay, you let them in your house. If they needed this, you did that. And now, today, we don't do that anymore. Today, it's all about us, and we're protecting us, and we have to think of us first. And I love this series, and that's why we got behind it, and why I wanted to do this webinar with you and take people through kind of the steps of how this came to be and what you're wanting it to grow into. The event, we haven't set the date for, but it's looking like it will be sometime moving forward in the next few weeks that you'll release that date. What happens after the series, after the event? The people that are there will have access to all of those speakers. How will they then get to engage with them further when they connect with that one that has the story that is them that they need to? How will that work?
Right. So, and again, this is God's divine design. I'm going to let Him kind of lead us on this agenda. But so far, the way He's led me is that if there's a speaker in the room that you resonate with, we want to get you in contact with that speaker. And we're going to do this through breakout sessions. So at the end of hearing all the speakers, we're going to call for a breakout session. And if you feel compelled to meet with one of these speakers, we'd love to put you in contact with one of those speakers. We're also going to have people in the room that if you feel led, like you're ready to transform your life and you have been inspired by what you heard here, we want to do life with you. This isn't just where we're going to come in and we do one workshop. We now want to uplift you for life. We want to be relational with you. We're not going to be transactional. This is all about transformation and inspiration and moving people into that room of light that they need to be in with a community of people that will love them, community of people that will surround them long beyond that workshop. If somebody feels so led in that room that they want to meet anybody in there, there are going to be prayer warriors in there that you can meet up with, exchange full information with each other, and you become relational with that person. You will now live in community with someone that's going to love you, non-judgmentally, support you, and bring you along to where you need to go on your journey.
I think that's excellent, and then the way that you have it structured and the idea and the concept behind it is really spot on. I want to thank you for coming on. I know we have a limited time to do this, but I just want to point out to everybody that's watching, you can't have success in business and you can't have success in life if you have internal struggles and things that you're carrying along with you that you just can't let go of. And there's a lot of people that work on these mindset issues, if you will. And Robin's doing a great work with bringing some of these people together. And not all of them work on mindset. Some of them work on different areas. Some of them are business coaches that work on people's business. Some of them are health people that work on people's health and their wellness and their fitness. But the point being that they've all been in a place where it wasn't healthy, it wasn't good, even though life appeared from looking in the fishbowl. As you looked in and you peered inside that fishbowl, it looked like their life was just amazing, and they were, as Robin put it, dying inside. And I think the work that you're doing is really good. I think you're really blessed to be able to bring people together and put on this event. I'm glad to be a part of it. But I really want people to understand 3 keys to changing your life are the same 3 keys that you have to go through in changing your business. Same 3 keys you have to focus on when you're looking at a new opportunity. Maybe you got in the wrong vehicle and you need a different vehicle to get you where you want to go with your vision. When you're looking at your life and you're unhappy and there's no joy, there's no happiness being brought from anything that you do, and you start seeking out different avenues of things that might bring you joy. Maybe it's going to the bar. Maybe it's trying some recreational something or another you shouldn't be trying. Maybe it's just having wild affairs. I don't know. But the point being that you're just unhappy, and the status quo and the thing you built that was supposed to make you happy isn't there. And now you know that there's an event. And there's a group of people, a very large group of people, by the way, that support this event and that are going to be at this event. And all of them are there opening up selflessly to serve others and help you find your passion, live a purpose, and learn how to turn that into a profit as you have defined it. So, Robin, thanks for coming on the webinar. I really appreciate it. Is there any last nugget of information? And I know I want you to give your web address so that people can come directly to you. If you would give that out, and any last nugget of information you want them to have about this first event coming up, the Passion, Purpose to Profit event.
Right. You can find us at our website, eventsofsignificance.com, under upcoming events, workshops. And one thing I want to tell people is if you're ready to start new, let's go. You're not a tree. Move. You can leave anytime you want. Let us help you leave where you are, and let's start fresh and new and put new leaves on that tree.
Excellent message, Robin. Appreciate you coming on. I'm Brian Kaiser. I'm the face of Growth Coaching Systems Network, where I help people live a better life and run a better business, and I do so boldly with purpose and gratitude by serving others fearlessly. I appreciate Robin coming on, and I appreciate everyone watching this, and I will see you in my next webinar.